Hey y'all, we're back again. Another one of these Ben 10 talking segments, man. If you enjoy the way that I do stuff, I've done a couple of these videos for past like week or so. I don't know how long it's been, but check those out. Make sure you like and sub up if you like Ben 10. And today, man, we're gonna go through and see what made Ben 10 so special for you. I'm really gonna go through and see what really made it special for me. Maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't. Cause I have different ways and opinions about Ben 10. It's like what really gravitated me towards that show. Cause there's millions of shows on the entire planet that get made like every second of the day. That might be bad cap. But it's a lot of shows that get made every day. A lot of them get canceled, a lot of them make it through. But why did Ben 10 of all shows make it through my heart? Yeah, make it through my heart or make it through the hearts of yours. Like we're gonna go through that. Maybe like I said, maybe this whole video about to be capped, but we'll see. And let me know if y'all agree with anything I said, and we'll get started. All right, for me, all right, we'll start with all the series combined, not combined, but all the series, and then we'll move on to like maybe break it down each series individually, maybe a little bit. So we'll start with all of it. The reason Ben 10 kept me captivated for like the entirety of original to Omniverse, not counting the reboot to original to Omniverse and all of that, man, is really for me personally a show for me to really captivate me. Like you got to have a superhero. I mean, you don't have to have a superhero, but this is like specifically a superhero that's like has to hide their identity, which a good part of Ben 10 he had to until he switched it up. But I was already ready for Ben 10 by the time he gave it up his powers. I mean, gave it up. Dang, what's it called? Showed everybody his true identity and whatever. I was good. But and he got older. I love shows. I would literally go watch a show if the characters got older. I forgot what Netflix show that was where they made the characters older, 2 years older. I forgot what it was, but I literally went to go watch the last season of that show because I heard they got older. Didn't watch any of the seasons previously, but I watched that last season because I heard they got older. I don't know what it is about shows where the characters get older because I feel like you gotta, even if it's the worst thing ever, it's really not because you gotta put a little thought into it because you can't just make the characters older and have them be themselves. So I feel like there's a little bit more thought process and things when you make characters older for shows. I don't know, that gravitates me. So Ben 10 literally had both of those combined. So it was already game over for me when I got to that show. So it was like that's overall with the show. But when we talk about breaking it down in the series, we'll go into a little bit of detail like why Ben 10 really captivated me and maybe some of y'all. Maybe it's the same reasons. All right, starting with the original series, I feel like it just really captivated a lot of people because like maybe when you started watching Ben, it was in that era of Cartoon Network where they were just hitting on all cylinders. I think. What Ben 10 came out in like 06, 05, 05, 06 around there. So it was like I think Teen Titans was out during that time. Is Chowder afterwards? There was so many different shows that you probably watched when you were younger that came all in that era around that time. So it was already hitting for Cartoon Network, boom, 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 boom. And then you bring in Ben 10. It's a kid superhero. Were there kid superheroes back then? It's just Batman was already older. Superman was older. Spider-Man wasn't really a kid. What else? It wasn't really no like super young super unless I'm tripping. I'm not really a superhero like on the brain. Like Ben 10 is the only superhero I really know about. But like I feel like just it really caught a bunch of kids were like so captivating and it was so unique and different. It was a watch that turned you into aliens, but he was also a kid. I feel like that really got people too and captivated them for me. For me, it was really that too. Like he was a kid. I was a kid when it came out. Maybe a lot of y'all watching this were like super, super young when it came out. But it's like it's a kid. He has superheroes. It was it wasn't aimed towards kids, but it had no like bad words and it wasn't aimed towards kids, but it was aimed towards kids. If you get what I'm saying. Like some shows can do that where it's aimed towards kids, but it's not. But at the same time, anybody can watch it. So that's I feel like for the original series when it came to that because it's like you got a kid that turns to aliens and was just like it was just captivating. I don't know what to say. It was just captivating. Y'all could probably let me know what really got y'all into Ben 10, but oh man. Also, another reason, if you started watching it as a kid, shows if you're watching this and you create cartoons or whatever, make sure it's a show that grows with their audience. Ben 10 literally grew up with your audience. So if you was a kid watching it in 05, 06, whatever year, he got older. He became a teenager. Maybe not at the same time you became a teenager because it was only a few years later when the next show came out. But it was like he grew. Like he got older, you got older, and it just kept the audience hooked. And it's like you could come up with different aliens and nobody can really like Ben 10 had a cop out. It's like it's like Marvel Rivals. They have so many different heroes they could choose from, and they could just keep putting them in there. Ben 10 is kind of different, but it's kind of you get away with it because it's like you all you have to do is come up with a new alien, come up with a design, and like nobody's really gonna clown you for that. They can't clown you until like later on down. Like now we can go back and look at some aliens and be like, oh my god, why did they have that alien? Why? But you couldn't do that back then. If a new alien come out, they had the luxury of not having people clowning. You can, I mean, Fast Track came out, people were clowning because they accelerate, but it's like that wasn't until later on after the series. And there's a bunch of people right now on YouTube first time reacting to Ben 10, and not even worried about this. So it's like they're going through that motion too. So it's like you had the luxury of like making an alien, have it whatever you want. I feel like it was fun making Ben 10 because it's like you just come up with an alien. People do that now. Come up with a random alien, give it a power. But it's like now it's like you have hindsight of everything because like oh the alien this and that. But back then when they made new aliens, they weren't worried about like you weren't worried about oh is this good is it like you were like oh a new alien yes that's where the magic of Ben 10 he turns into an alien. Now the charm of him getting the wrong alien, I've said this before in a video. Would you have liked it if he got the wrong alien every single time or the right alien every single time, or was it good that it was a mixture? I feel like the original, I was glad it was a mixture. Like I feel like the one of the charm pieces is when he like gets the wrong alien. That's like funny. It was funny to me, and it's still like I've seen every episode, so it's like, but it's still if they came out a new one, he got the wrong alien. I don't know. There's a lot of people that take cartoons too serious, but it's like that's just the beauty of Ben 10, man. It's just like you really can't say nothing. All right, y'all. Last real point I want to give with this, and again, let me know if you what got you into Ben 10. What really like made? I'll just give you my personal points and maybe points you may have. Like what got you into Ben 10 makes you like it so much, but like I feel like just like I don't know the superhero aspect really got it because it's like he had so many different transformations and like you could really especially nowadays with all the heroes and stuff you could really make videos and compare people have done it like would this alien go against this alien especially when Alien X came out it was over but I feel like just like the captivating of the combination of being a superhero and like adding him in the discussion because like if you're a popular superhero you're gonna get added in the discussion of powering like are you stronger than this character who would beat this character and like I feel like Ben 10 came at that time where people were like ranking superheroes and it got popular. And it's just getting more popular with all these YouTubers being like, oh, first time reacting to Ben 10. It's just gonna keep growing and going until they eventually come out with something else. And when they do, it's over. But I just feel like that's pretty much what I gotta say about this whole thing with Ben 10. I just wanted to give my points and be like, hey, what really got me into Ben 10? And I want to know what y'all, what got y'all into Ben 10 and what made y'all like Ben 10. It's just like it's just interesting, bro. And unless you're a super try hard cartoon fanatic that like critiques everything in the entire planet, you really won't find a super bad episode of Ben 10. I'm never like the type to hate on like cartoons anyway. Like really hate on. There may be an episode where I'm like not fond of, but I won't be like, oh my god, worst thing, the worst thing ever. I'm not gonna do that, but it's just like I really could watch every episode of Ben 10 and really be like, maybe I'm just a fiend for Ben because it's like the episodes that Ben aren't in. I'm not. I'm not a fan. That's bad cap. I might be a bad. I might be just be a Ben fiend. But like I said, let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch y'all next time, man.